All right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. We're going to continue with some Kerbal Space Program here. Let me get it up and running. DOS with the host. Thank you for that host, DOS. Appreciate that very much. All right, there's Kerbal. It's a running. All right, yes, I know. So yesterday, we had a good day. Good day. We did like 4 launches, got some stuff to the Mun, kind of the last minute items we needed, and then we started connecting the base together, turned on the power, delivered a crew, and now it's about, we got to connect some more stuff. We have to do another rocket launch. We need to deliver another empty material kits crate because with all the disassembling we're doing, those material kits had filled up the one canister we had, so we have to should be able to do the same one we did before. Let's get in here. Let me let's make sure the audio is good. Should be able to do the same one we did before. That was loud. All right, at least it works. All right, cool. All right, do 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 do. I wonder what I would call it. Oops, wrong one. Do 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 do. Well, let's see this. The Mun base. Okay. Jeb with the host. Thank you for that host, Jeb. Appreciate that. So this should be empty. Perfect. All right. So this is all ready to go. We're going to call this number 2. And we're going to get this on the pad. I don't need that anymore. Just Jeb, it's all good. I definitely appreciate it very much. All right, let's go ahead and fly this rocket, shall we? So this is the second material kits container because with all the disassembling that we've been doing up there, connecting everything, I've actually filled up 1 container. So this will be cool. Do 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 do. All right, cool. Kind of a heavy rocket. Trying to stay on course here. Whoa. Shifting a little shimmy. Alright, so we're coming up on about 40 seconds. We might even make it all the way to our apoapsy before we have to get rid of our boosters. There's more Delta V than I actually need. It's kind of a universal lifter I use. Alright, let's go ahead and set up a maneuver node to get an orbit of some kind here.
That was
Something is totally wicked. Griffin with the host. Thank you for the host. Okay, that's good enough. So let's go ahead and point that towards the node. So we got T-minus 32 seconds is when we're going to do our burn. We'll do an F5 right here. Let's go ahead and get rid of our fairing. Do. Lord Post 73, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that very much. Do. All right, here comes our burn. A little early. We're still going to stage here. Like I said, we got more of the Delta V than we actually need. Alright. That stuff should be suborbital, right? Yep. Cool. Alright, just going to wrap up on this circularization here. It's not going to be perfectly straight, and even my inclination is off some. That's alright. We can clean it up, if we have to. How do we do? We got 89 by 102. Alright, it's way off. That's okay. Alright, so let's get out to the moon. So we're going to need 840. We only have 110 left in here. We're going to go ahead and use it up. You know, the one thing I wonder if I do, oops, almost forgot to stage, is all this disassembling, I'm losing all this liquid fuel and oxidizer with these landers, and I don't think I have any way to, like, offload it either, unfortunately. Yeah. So again, all we're doing is delivering an empty canister, storage canister, to our base in progress. It's not quite, haven't turned on all the switches yet. Alright, so we are on our way to the MUN. Let's go ahead and drop a maneuver node about halfway. And let's get this dialed in a little bit better. Something like that. Perfect. Well, near perfect. It's okay. Oops. How's our battery doing? Electrical charge is fine. All right. All right, there we go. Little tiny maneuver to get us lined up for our orbit around the MUN. Alright, now we're going to get an orbit around the MUN. A lot of stuff around the MUN here. Oops. Close enough. Now this is career mode. I do have comms enabled, and I only actually have the ground station on KSC as my only ground station. So I do have a synchronous satellite system around Kerbin, and I also put one around the Mun. After the Apollo missions, I got tired of losing all my probes. Well, I didn't lose them. I had to wait until way over here to do my circularization burn. So that got ugly after a while. Iced tea. Hey, there's the Mun. Weird. Alright. So we have 800 Delta V left in this stage. We're going to use that to get over here. Where are we at? We're over there. So about halfway. It's right about here. We'll go ahead and do our inclination adjustment. Slow down a little bit. It's going to cost 116. Now, yesterday's stream, we started connecting the base, but the reason why I'm not continuing with connecting the base is, or the components of the base, is I needed another storage facility for the material kits. So that's what we're delivering right now. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to set up another node to slow down and kind of ease in to our destination. That's going to cost about 140 of the 701 we got left. There's our target. Alright. So, let's see here. Let's do a maneuver node right about here. Let's put on the brakes. Let's do some radial out. I do that so I can gain a little altitude. Alright, that's going to cost 350. So right now we're at 27,000. So weird to see Moho right there. It's in the sun. Alright, we're at 16. I'm hoping this actually keeps us up here a ways. Actually, see, if you'll notice, we're going to have an apoap, so we're actually going to start going up. Our altitude will start going up. We'll finish this. We still have 212. is what I'm going to do is right about here. Alright, cool. So it's going to cost 45 of the 211 we have. Do. Alright, cool. Cool. So we're still 12,000 up. Let's get all this. We'll do an F5 right here. Staging is set up. I want to make sure I control from here. Uh-oh, did I lock the tanks? I locked the tanks. That was scary. Let's get facing retro. Let's make sure no debris is gonna smack us. Alright. We're good. And while we drift, let's go ahead and get our stabilizers down. Our landing legs. Turn on RCS. I want to try to kill as much of our horizontal velocity as possible because we're right over our target. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have 3,000 Delta V. We're just a few kilometers above our target. They're shooting at us. Alright, rendering range, all the bases pieces are coming in. There we go. Alright. Just trying to keep the green thing on top of our target there. 1,300 square feet. Alright, let's go ahead and just try to land, and then we'll get it where we want it. I'm not going to land on anything, am I? Nope. Oh. Actually, I am. Well. Do. Oops. Oh, that was a mistake. Alright. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Not quite what I wanted to do here. Just don't explode. Nothing explode. Alright. My fault. I was not watching what I wanted to do. I can roll this over. I wanted to make sure I didn't land on these. I was trying to get as close to these because this is all the storage, and unfortunately I had too many things on my mind. So let me, doggone it, there we go. Let me lag. All right, let me retract these. I should be able to roll this over. Is this not going? There we go. I know it's cheating. I get it. Alright. Alright, then we can put these out. But we landed. There's no explosions. Alright. These things are moving. They shouldn't be moving. Alright. So now let's do an F5. Let's try to see, this is fine. These two things have moved though. These should be over here more. Alright, let's trying to get to the one storage container that I want to move. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Alright, so let's move these back in line where they're supposed to. Oh, wait, I need to say control from here. I wonder if it would be to my advantage to maybe let's do an F5. Can you just hit G on the landing gear? Well, they're not landing gear, they're actually stabilizers, so they're not locked to. If I would have done an action group, I could have done that, super brute. But they're not landing gear, they're stabilizers, and since they're a part that's not associated with gear, the G won't work, and you can do an action group to it yourself though. And I did it on a couple. I forget. That's all. Let's see if I can do this. Alright. I just want to keep all the storage kind of in a line, so because things are moving around, hopefully the main base doesn't look like. I did put that on crooked by accident, but it looks like everything's staying in place. Hey there, baby girl, how you doing? Alright, so now let's move the next one. We got more fuel on this one, so since that worked, let's what am I looking for? Control from here and balance on. Do 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 do. You're fine, excellent, good to hear. Always good to hear when people are doing good. Doesn't mean I don't want to hear when people are having a bad day. Everyone has bad days. It's a physics thing. It's a Unity thing. The game engine. So, I mean, I actually have a mod that's called a vessel mover. And I did use it on, I had another career under 105, and I had a launch pad with some things connected to it, and each time I would come back to the base and it would ease into the physics, the the base would move a little bit each time, and it was moving towards a ledge, and it would have dropped off. So I use this mod to pick the whole thing up and put it back versus trying to transfer fuel, disconnect all the things, and move them back. But all right, then let's move this. Okay. It's kind of weird. So it's not really a KSP bug. I think a lot of people explained to me once before it's a Unity bug. So that's what I'm saying. Now if Unity comes back and says, "Oh no, it's not our bug," then I don't know. And I think this base has got a very small slope. I think I have a 3% or a 4% slope, so I am on a slight angle. But still, you would think. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and do an F5 here. And let's reassess what we're doing here. So we're taking all these pieces. Now this is all storage. And it doesn't have to be integrated to the base unless something doesn't work. The next piece I need... So what we have here... Let me actually get to the base. Alright, so this is the base. These were all separate pieces. This is the crew lander. It doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing, but it worked. Functionality versus fashion. So this is our first refinery. We're going to have another refinery, and we're also going to have... I forget the other piece. Not a recycler. An assembly plant, I believe. So this one is set up, as you can see, this one is designed to do metals, polymers, and chemicals. And if I, now this is part of the MKS mod, so if I go to the resources for MKS, to do polymers, metals, and chemicals, I need substrates, metallic ore, and minerals. And if we look at the logistics of the planet, you're going to see that I have minerals, I have, what was the other one? Metallic ore and substrate somewhere. There it is. So I have drill sites digging this stuff up. It's in the warehouse, ready to be gotten. So the moment I connect this to the network, to the warehouse, then I can turn the switch on and start producing polymers, metals, and chemicals. And so what I have here is I have a logistics module ready to do the warehouse. I also have a logistics module to give me the refined elements of that. However, this base doesn't have it's actually the logistics module is right here. I think it would work, but I want to connect everything. So that's what we're going to do. So anyways, we have our first refinery. Then I just have a hub. Then I have the reactor, and I think the reactor's on. Yes, it is. Then we have another hub. Over here we have a PDU, a power distribution unit. And what it is other modules like even this thing would receive power from the PDU because it's part of the network. So it's really cool. But I like to have things connected that way I don't have to keep switching back and forth. So what we need to do here is on this big lander here, we have our logistics module and we have two hubs. So I need to move this in line. And then I need to decouple all this and start piecing this together. So I'm going to need an engineer. So I should have an engineer in here. So we're going to put this engineer to work. Make sure he's got tools. He does. All right. Oops. Okay, it's going to fall. There we go. All right, so we'll get the engineer over here. Sure wish it was night or daytime. All right, let's go to this piece right here. This has got a ton of fuel. Let's see if I untether the ground tethers. It's been released. We want to control from here. Now let's see if I can't use I did this yesterday too. I was able to use RCS to move things around, which is really cool. It's kind of cheating, but you know, you do what you can. What's wrong with me? Now it looks like it's going to be really close, but all this stuff right here is going to get disassembled. I know, it doesn't sound very cool. You like what's going on with it, Red Phoenix? Thanks, I appreciate it. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I like putting these hubs here because what I do is I disassemble these airlocks, and I want to put more of these. So I have more... You're using veneer? Yeah, I'm using the veneers. That's the ones that use the liquid fuel and oxidizer. They're a lot more powerful and a lot less efficient. Alright, so let's do an F5. And then so what we're going to do is drag these up here. Now I'm going to detach this, so all this stuff is going to fall, but I don't want it to fall. So this is what I'm going to do. So bear with me, this is going to be tedious and really boring for a few minutes, but what I want to do is adjust these. Oh, not quite like that though. Not quite like that. So let's go down to 50 or up to 50. I'm going to put all these at 50. So when I drop the decouplers, these things don't flop all over the place. And these are the cradles. 50. There we go. Alright, so that's the main one. Then I don't know if these have got enough. Let's see. Of course, I moved the one I can't see. Alright, it does. It does. Okay, let's put this one at... can't quite see. Maybe 10? Alright, so we'll put all these at 10. So I like how Rover Dude made these to where you can do variable lengths on these. That way if you're on some sort of, I don't know, some sort of weird inclination, you can actually adjust these at different heights and keep your, you know, your base level. Kind of cool. Alright, that takes care of that one. Then this one, maybe 10 again. Let's go down to... Alright, so we're going to put this one at 10 also. Alright. This will make a little bit more sense once I start the next process. And you know, there might be a better way of doing this. I always seem to do the backwards way. Alright, so let's do an F5. I hit F6. I don't know what F6 does. Alright, let's do an F5 one more time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decouple this stuff. It's going to fall off. My engineer is going to come and disassemble this stuff so it's not around, and it'll turn into material kits, which will go in that new storage facility we got. Then I have these docking ports to undock that will then, and these have got command. These have got command, so that's kind of cool, because what I want to do is then disassemble the docking ports and put flex tubes. Probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the plan. Alright, so once more, F5. I'm nervous. Very nervous. Alright, let's see here. That worked good. Let's go to our... Let's get to our Kerbal. Where's my Kerbal? Is that my Kerbal? No. Where's the Kerbal at? No, that's not him. Wait, was that him? No. There he is! Alright, Dude. He's got a light. So then what we're going to do is we're going to start disassembling parts here. And when I disassemble them, they turn into material kit. Whoa, whoa. It's going to fall on me. Probably should have done that last. So this will be a little slow going because I need to do each and every part. Oh, I wonder if I could do it from here. Whoa. Down. Whoa. Whoa. Touchdown. Can I get to that? Oh, I can. Cool. I am now out of harm's way. So again, all these material kits are going right over there. That's part of MKS does that. Can you see those? Ooh, you can. Oh, you can't see those. Alright, fine, fine. And you have to get rid of all the child parts before you get to the bigger parts. That's just the rules. But notice when I decoupled it, that didn't go bouncing all over the place because I lowered the little cradle things. Okay, what do we have here? We have 2 reaction wheels and a battery. Then we can get rid of the fuel tank. Very cool. So now, oh, I wonder if, oh, it's a little wonky. I don't think my Kerbal's going to be able to move this. It's going to line up wrong. I think it's too heavy for him to move. Man, I thought it was lined up. Maybe when I did, I like the old MKS. New MKS is too complicated. It takes a little bit. I will admit. Oh, how am I going to fix this? Maybe if I decouple this, then the. Okay, let's do that. Let's No, let's not do that yet. Let's go to here. Let's go and decouple that node. Now maybe it's lighter, so maybe he can move it now. I just want to get it somewhat lined up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's going to be really off. Whoa. He went the wrong way. He's moonwalking. Alright, let's see if I can maybe... No. No, it's not budging. Alright, I have a ludicrous idea. I'm gonna move it with something else. Death Prophet, how the heck are you? Alright, so let me move. I think I might have to just... I think the decouple might have moved it all a little bit. Can I just get him to... Nope. Guess not. Oh, wait, we can even lighten it some more. Okay. Oh, we can even lighten it some more because I don't need this airlock. Okay. I think he's moving it a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. See, it's just the flex tube is going to be real bad, real wonky. So I'm going to try something really dumb. Let's see. No, not that one. Not that one. Okay, this weighs how much? This has got 25 tons. This one is 43 tons. Alright, so let's go to the 25 tonner. And we're going to see if we can't... this doesn't have a whole lot of fuel left. And this is storage. This doesn't even have to be integrated. Does this have power? Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Oh, oops, my bad. There we go. Okay, I'm figuring. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the Kerbal out of the way. I'm gonna smack him. Alright, Kerbal, where you at, dude? There you are. Good game. Alright. You know, hang on. Let me put him to work. I hope this works. So I think what happened, I had it pretty lined up, but I think the decouple kind of bounced things. So I didn't know that would happen. So the difference between the old MKS and the new MKS is that there's less parts because he integrated a lot of the functionality into the same part, so you have to change parts to do what one part used to do. I don't want to do that. That's what I want to do. So I was very confused when I started using it, and I'm using only the basic elements of it, because you can get into the new Kerbal skills to make it even better, or more efficient, more, I don't know what I want to say. Alright, let's see here. No. Is it because, oh, this one. No, the battery? No, then the gas tank. Alright. I didn't know. So battery? Okay. Alright. A little bit cleaner. Not so much stuff to flip between. Alright, so let's see here.
Oh, you're kidding me. What? Oh, that was cheap. He was cheesing me. Turn it off.
Alright, I'm not gonna get too OCD about that. Alright, where's my Kerbal at? There we go. Alright, so what we have to do is I believe in each one of these hubs I should have some flex tubes. Now it's funny, see how much lower to the, oh, you know what, I might have, oh, I ran into the cradle. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. So if I go to inventory, flex tube, excellent. But is what I'm noticing is so this one is high center, so I need to lower this. I don't have to, but I want to. So let's lower this down 50% of what it is. So we're at 10. So we want to go 40, 45. Whoa, whoa. All right, now let's go ahead. Oops, I need the Kerbal. There we go. Let's put it up a node. I think this has got a couple different nodes on it, so let's grab it off again. So that's the bottom. Yeah, let's go with that one. At least they'll kind of line up. Cool. Well, sorta, anyways. Alright. Then is what we do is we go back into the inventory of this, grab another flex tube, and oh, we're gonna need two actually. So I need to disassemble this. Oh, that's not good. Oh wait, yeah, that's not good. It won't let me disassemble it because of child parts. How do I get around that? I did not anticipate that. I wonder if it's because the other part is still docked to it. So what I'm going to try to do is I want to try to... I don't think I can get two flex tubes in there, so what I'm going to try to do here is... see if I can't... how am I going to do this? This is wrong in so many ways. Jeez, I couldn't find the right key. I know, it's hilarious, isn't it? I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably... I think the construction has like a forklift I can assemble, but then I'd have to fly it out. I'm just trying to make do with what I've got here. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but... Alright. I don't know what that accomplished. I was just trying to get a little room between them. So, let's see here. If I decouple this... okay, now let's go to the Kerbal and see if I can disassemble this. I wonder why. Is it because of this? Okay, good, good. No, really? I can't get rid of the cradle. I need the cradle, so I can... This is a command, so I can... What are child parts? It's when you put the craft together that something is like the parent and everything else becomes a child, but you have to disassemble things kind of in order. Not in the way you put them together, but based upon the hierarchy. So this is no longer connected to that, so I can disassemble that. Oh, guess not. Alright, so let's try. Again, logistics module. Let's see here. It wants me to get rid of the cradle. No! I don't know. The only way I can do is I get demolition. I wonder... this is irritating. I never had this situation before. And... Alright, let's... Do I have a flex tube? I don't think a flex tube is going to work on the docking port, and then I don't have enough space. Alright, this is what I'm... I don't know what to do. I don't have anything else stuck to this thing, do I, that I don't see? I don't see anything. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really need another hub here. I really don't. So, let me do this. I hate to do this, because it took me so long to get all this stuff up here. Oh, you can't carry it. Seems like the docking port is the root part. Yeah, probably. Shouldn't be. This should have been root, or that. But I know what you mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store... I'm going to disassemble this. I need the cradle, though. I want to see if I can't do a flex tube to the docking port, just so I can see if I can get logistics online. Because maybe there's a way I can come out here and do something. Maybe I can disassemble it, lift it up, put another cradle on it. I don't know if the cradle's too heavy, probably. So what I was going to do here is open up this inventory. And then drag this here. Because I need the logistics building. I need the structure. I don't really need this one. Oh, you know what? There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this off. And... I didn't want to do maintenance. Alright. Now, what are the chances? And it didn't get confused. It still thinks, alright. So, evidently, the cradle... And I don't want to do this. This thing's going to go... I don't want to do it. This is going to be ugly. But, hopefully it works. I guess I'm going to have to create a crane mechanism because I do want to, well, Okay, why can't... Oh, there we go. Alright, well... I don't know. Okay, this needs to have a pilot in it. So let me get a pilot. Oh, he fell down. Let me get a pilot. Transferred there. So I should be able to go here and say transfer over there. Alright, cool. So they move from there all the way over to there. Alright. So now I've got a pilot in the logistics module. Now, if I turn on the switch to here, it should work. It should. I might have to go out of physics range and come back, but let's see here. So we're going to start metals. Missing machinery. So it doesn't see the machinery. Scavenging doesn't see that. By the way, there is a way with cast to reroute. Oh, is there really? I didn't know that. Alright, so for some reason this isn't seeing the machinery, and I thought it would see it via scavenging. But let me do an F5. And let me go out of physics range and come back. There's a way to reroute, that would be excellent. Now, if it doesn't see the machinery storage, then I have to tie those storage containers together, which I don't want to do. Oh, I'm on that thing. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Let's try this again. Missing machinery. So let me stop. Still missing machinery. And I have machinery over here. That's material kits. There's a bunch of machinery. There's a bunch of machinery. So, in KSP vehicles have a main part. Oh, I saw you were saying. So, what am I looking for here? Warehouse is on. It's got machinery. Does... Hang on, I'm trying to see. Do I have a machinery? There's machinery. So... Do I need a rover for the logistics to work? I didn't think I did. Scan for resource loads? That's new. A new resource has been discovered and added to your map. Alright. Cool, I guess. I don't know. This is gonna make that's gonna make recyclables. All right. So I was under the impression that scavenging, if it needed something and saw it, it would go get it, and that does not seem to be the case here. So that's what I'm going to have to do here. I read something that 150 meters works without a rover, and larger distances works. So my understanding is low. Well, that's what I thought too. I mean, this thing is what? How far away? It's 37 meters away. So, I guess what I can do is I can position this here. Actually, I can position this here and connect it right here. Now I'll put the big one there. Alright, so I gotta do some more moving. Great. So I'm not done moving stuff over here and I'm moving stuff over there. I just want to get something turned on over here. Get it working. Oh well. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. It's alien dung. Oh, it's a resource. Oh, that's what I scanned. Oh, cool. I don't think I want that anymore. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. We have... Oh, I don't have much fuel in the big one. So let's use the little one. We'll use the little one. That one doesn't have much fuel either. Alright, so let's control from here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to scoot this over there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to drop, decouple, lower the ladle. We're going to get nodes and we're going to hook it up. And then this should have some machinery. Hey online, how you doing? Yeah, that sucks. Alright, let's do this. You have the rig was delivered to the mun? I had many rigs delivered to the mun. I'm assembling the base, trying to get a part of the base to work, but I'm running into some small hiccups here. Okay. This is, I think, eating up more fuel than I want. Let's see if this works. F5. Close enough. Andy, here's the wiki article. What needs rescavenging below is a pick a short list. Let me take a look. Supplies, 150. When supplies are low... So what is that structure there? Is that... that's a logistics... Alright. The Kerbal, it's a logistics, a Kerbalite logist. Oh, I don't have a Kerbalite. I have, alright. No, there we go, logistics. Alright, so I have that logistics. So it should work. Maybe it's broke. Regardless how you are using scavenging mechanism, it always follows the basic rules. Scavenging will only occur when a logistic consumer is present. Alright, so this is my consumer. Well, I'm going to connect this. Anyways, alright, so let's see here. Once again, let's go ahead and lower our cradle. So about 10. right, then like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to decouple. So this has got machinery, and we're going to connect this to this, and then we'll have it integrated. I don't want to really connect to there, but it was the easiest way to do this. Probably what I'll do, Jeb, is I'll probably go into the forums and say, hey, I was doing this, how come it didn't work? And they're probably going to say, oh, you didn't have to. So my Pioneer module should have a pilot. That's what I understand. It's supposed to be, yeah. The smaller logistics, I have to add a pilot in there. Oh, well. Let's do this. So let's see what happens when you decouple. It did. It got a little squirrely. That's probably what happened over there. Alright, let's go find a Kerbal. He's got some more work to do. There he is. I'm just busting up my base left and right here. Oh, header. That's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to put him in the capsule here. And get some more EVA propellant. I don't want to run too low. What's your name, dude? Rosny. Alright, board. And metals inactive. Oh, that's metals. Machinery. So, wait a minute. Still missing machinery. Alright. Okay, where'd he go? There he is. Alright. Now he's got a new batch of EVA propellant. Yay. Alright. Well, where'd you at? Dude! Oh. Dude, get up. We got work to do. I almost disassembled the rocket. That would have been bad. Okay. Not helping. So, yep, more disassembling of parts. And my sole purpose is to get this machinery tied in so that the refinery can see them, and I can start actually making some stuff. We're just one step closer. Then I'll go back to trying to figure out my mess over there. So landing struts. Wait, no, I know what's wrong. It's gonna fall on him. Is there a battery in there? No? What am I missing? Oh. Oh, the fuel lines, right. There's fuel lines on this thing, that's right. Oh, what are the chances? Alright. No, this one had fuel lines to keep the fuel balanced because I was trying to figure out why and that thing got so much further away. Yikes. Alright, so what I need to do is hopefully he can carry one of these things. I don't know if it's too heavy. Oh. Alright, I know how to work around this. Come on, guys. So I gotta grab this thing and do this all the way, because this is too heavy for him to pick up. It's cheesy, but it works. I know. It works. It works. Now, and I only found this out because someone told me I could do this. But before, what I was doing is I was taking a piece and attaching it from rocket part to rocket part to get it to where I needed it to go. And that works also too. Sometimes you have to be careful. If you put it over a collider, it'll bounce. Alright, so let's see here. So we want to put this, oops, up here. Node. That's not right. Alright, wait a minute. How do I... That's not right. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's off center. Oh, that's ugly. Let's do it right. I didn't want to put it there. Alright. There. That's better. Now, we're just going to go grab this flex tube over here. And this should hopefully connect my chain of resources. Oops, too far. Still too far. There we go. Do 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 do. All right. All right, please work, please work, please work. Oops. Okay. I was nervous that it was red for a sec. All right. No, 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 no. Holy shnikey. You know, I was thinking about relocating the base. It was just a thought. Yikes. Do I have to turn off a reaction wheel or something? I had that happen once before. I was lucky though. The part that shook apart, I didn't need. So let's go in here. Take this. Okay, where am I at? Oh, I'm on that. So let's turn off all the torque. Torque is off. Torque. Alright, so all the torque is off. Should be no... And this had no reaction wheels. This had reaction wheels. None in there. Let's turn that off. Orf? I don't know what that means. Alright. I think that's the problem. Is torque. What have you done for that explosion? All I did was connect some stuff. That's all I did. Alright, let's try that all over again. I mean, if scavenging worked, then I wouldn't have to do this. But for some reason, I'm missing the ball. So do I not have maybe the right... So, Jeeves, your name, Jazeebs? What are you? You should be a pilot, right? You are. Oh, you're an unskilled pilot. Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Let's try transferring. How do I transfer? Transfer. No. Holy sh! Oh, there it is. Transfer you back to there. Maybe my pilot, because it's level 0. See? Maybe that doesn't work. So let's get early over there and see if that makes all the difference. I don't know. Transfer early to here. Okay, and then I should have an engineer. So Rebel is my engineer. And then over here we have Hartfield. That's my engineer. Okay. Oh, let's see if that works. Still missing machinery. Alright, well. What have you wanted to transfer? Logistics consumer will never request machinery. Really? So this refinery, even though it needs machinery, will not scavenge? Resource transfers can only take place from warehouse-enabled containers. Well, that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so that's a warehouse-enabled container. That's machinery. There's machinery, and that warehouse is enabled. Hey Argy, how you doing? Can I, by chance? No. Well, I'm going to try to connect them again, see what happens. That was unfortunate. Alright, so let's go back to here. You could check that basic rule list you read earlier if you want. I assume you understand. Well, yeah, it's hard to read though. Scavenging only occurs with logistic consumer is present. So consumer, something that wants it or someone that wants it. Well, either or. I have a Kerbal in here. Do I need to have more than one engineer in this thing? Or will one work? So I've only got one How many seats can this hold? Maybe I need 2. Okay, so who's over here? This is Hartfield, so let's... Where are you at? Alright, let's transfer you. Alright, so now I have 2 engineers over here. One should work fine for my... Well, I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. I want to make this stuff, but it keeps saying I don't have machinery, and it's right here. It's within scavenging range. Alright, so two engineers didn't make a difference. Bus later, the list says logistics consumers will never request machinery, so it seems to be blacklisted. But later it says logistics consumer will never request machinery. I don't get that. You need to perform maintenance. Oh, God, that's right. All right. Thank you, Argy. All right, so let's go ahead and let's transfer. What am I looking for? I forgot all about that new rule. Argy, good thing you showed up. Where's the transfer button at? Transfer crew. Transfer Corey back over there. And then we need to take you, transfer you to here. And then have you EVA. Whoa. And then we want to do perform maintenance. And let's get you back. Board. And where's the, okay. Transfer crew back to there. Then let's see the magic. Argy, thanks, man. All right, so and you know, even when I was testing out, you told me to do that too. I completely forgot. So, hopefully, so look at that. It's bringing in the metallic ore, the substrates, the minerals. And look at that. It's making stuff. Cool. Alright. Alright, so the base is doing something. It's an utter mess because of what I did over here. Alright, so what do we have here? This is our PDU. No, that's our logistics module. Hey, Argy, do I need a logistics module for scavenging, or is it just warehouse-enabled items? I need a logistics module. Does it have to be connected, or can it be, you know, within scavenging range? Because I have a weird connectivity issue here I want to try to fix. Sort of. In the general area was fine for me when I tested KSP, but I haven't done a full build on it yet. Okay. So you're saying that if I disconnect the logistics from the tubes and reposition it, it should still work. What I need to figure out is how. I'm going to have to create a vehicle that can do a forklift because I need to move this closer. That's the question I was trying to figure out this morning after staying up till 8 a.m. Hey, Sumo, how you doing, man? See, I'm a big fan of everything being connected. That way you don't have to keep switching back and forth. But, you know, scavenging wirelessly is always really cool, too. Alright, well, it's working. We're making stuff. That's awesome. But I do want to see... I want to see if there's any way that I can... I don't think I need this hub. I really don't think I need this extra hub. So I can disassemble this hub. I can use my supply drop to maybe scoot this way and scoot it closer and reconnect it again. I'm going to try that. Alright, so let me get my Kerbal. Because by the time I figure out how to do a forklift, it'll probably be like 4 hours into the stream. Because the problem I have is, well, two things actually. I do want this closer, and I can't disassemble this part. Actually, let's test this out. Let's unlink this. And let's see if we're still making stuff. Weird. One more. There we go. Now, is this complain that it can't see? Nope. Still working. Cool. Alright, so it's there. Let's go back to the Kerbal. There it is. Is that him? Yeah, alright. So, the problem I have is I can't... So, Jeb said there's a way within KAS, Kerbal Attachment, to reroute. Because for some reason, this is the root device, and I need to make... Or this is the root device and it shouldn't be. So what I'm going to do here is let's go ahead and grab his inventory. Grab this. Let's go store it over here. Argue, I understand why pulling machinery is working when maintenance. That's something new, Jeb. You didn't have to do it in the old one, but you guys are smarter than me. So this is the problem. I want to scavenge that. So who knows how? Let me just do a Kerbal Space Program. That's not space. Excuse me. Rerouting a vessel in mid-flight with Kerbal. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. That was rude. Let me go ahead and get rid of this hub out here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I got that same thing right here. When was this posted, though? How long ago? I don't see a date. Oh, not too long ago, actually. The only thing is that he's using the KAS connector things. I don't have any of those here. So, alright. I guess I'm just going to have to grin and bear it for right now. Oh, I didn't realize that was over there. It's gonna fall on me. Kidding me. Whoa. Alright. Alright, so now let's see if I can't use this to scoot that closer somehow. I mean, in essence, when you do a flex tube, you're doing KAS, but it's not KAS though. All right, so let's go see if I can't move this. Okay, that's what I want to move, and this has got no reaction wheels. Okay, its electrical charge is going down. All right. Let's do an F5. So again, all I want to do is I want to move this a little bit closer. I can't seem to get rid of this docking port. I would like to, but oh well. Are you guys laughing at me? You guys are actually laughing at me, aren't you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, okay. Now that's too close. Somebody didn't like that. Oh, my eye just teared up. I'm very sad. I'm doing F5 here. Oh, wait a minute. Is the piece I'm moving, is this by chance? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, alright, the ground tethers were on. I don't know if that really works. Alright. So, I want to twist it. I was kind of hoping I could just bring it back, get the landing gear caught on the cradle, and drag it over a little bit. Oh. That was weird. Alright, that does not work. I'm going to have to see if I just can't tap it and... Try it that way. I have an idea how it could work. You would... Okay, you have an idea. You would like that container to be a root part. I do, because I want to disassemble that docking port. Yes. Yes! Because right now I think the cradle is root part. I think. So it could. Can't guarantee work. That's fine. I mean, this is fun. I'm having fun. I'm learning stuff. And you guys are awesome. Alright, let's see if this works. Attach flex tube to the other container. Oh, this container? Alright, let me see if I can get this thing. Connect from base flex tube to container flex tube other or okay, hang on. Really? So I can't. That didn't do anything. Oh. Alright. Let me try that. Let me just... I'm still trying to see if I can't get this spazzy thing to twist to move its hiney a little bit. I got it. Alright, hang on. I'm going to try here in a sec. I just don't want to clip the landing gear. Ooh. Ooh. I'm nudging it. No, 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 too much nudge. This is not fun anymore. Let me just come at it from straight instead of trying to do a police car maneuver here. Alright, so all I have to do, make sure we're controlling from here. And then let's pull out. Oh! Just a little nudge. That's not a little. It looked good on the first tap, although the second tap. Alright, Jeb, bear with me. I have got to do this. This is going to annoy me. I simply can't have this that crooked. I mean, this is crooked. That's okay, but that's going to be horrible. You guys should understand. All right. So let me do it the way I want to do instead of trying to cheat the system. I didn't even want to do that. I'm gonna cry. Container football. It's like container soccer. Well, I guess technically football. Alright. I mean... Alright, well hang on a sec, Jeb. Let me just try to get this all squared away here. I'll review. Whoa, wrong way. Alright. Alright. So I'm hoping by coming straight at it, it'll work better. I don't know. I just need to get it a little nudge. Alright. Do 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 do. Alright, so no, wrong one. Please work. Please, please. Alright, now I'm gonna push my luck here. Where's the Kerbal at? Nope. Nope. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. There we go. Where's the Kerbal? Dude! Oh, there you are. Get out of the way. Get over here. Nope. Hey, Teso, how you doing? Okay, so now is what I want to do is do an F5 here. Oh, it moved again. Doggone it. Oh, and that switched. Alright, I'm not gonna push my luck. That's straight enough. Let's move the whole thing. Alright. Alright. So, step 1, attach flex tube to the container. So attach the flex tube to the logistics module. Is that what we're calling a container? So the problem I'm having that Jeb is trying to help me with, I am betting the problem is where having was because landing gear was hitting. Yeah, probably. Yeah, when it was bouncing. 2 colliders. The problem I have right now is this logistics module that's floating out here by itself has a docking port I can't disassemble because it thinks it's the root part or something. So is what we're going to do is try via the Kerbal attachment system to not confuse it, to reroute somehow. So if I try to disassemble, I get that. So is what we're going to do is we're going to grab a flex tube from here, put in his inventory, and close that inventory. And then what we're going to do is grab this. Alright. Connect from flex tube to container, this order. So go from here to there, not here to there. So start the link on this one and link to that. So go from this multi-hub to the logistics. Oh, stop. I'm stopping. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, wheels and landing gear have some real issues ever since I've been playing the game. The Flexo must be connected to exact that part that you want to route. Oh. So I have to... What? So I have to connect it to here? And not the docking port. Alright. But that means I have to bring something over here and connect to this side if I'm interpreting that correctly. Pass the flex tube to the container, connect from base flexo. Alright, well, let's see if it works. I have an idea. So let's put this here. Okay, and I have something I think I can move over here. So what we're going to do is move... Oh wait, I need my Kerbal. Doggone it. Sorry guys, we ran into a little hiccup here, and I'm trying to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly the lander over there. Oops, header. Alright. Come on, go, go, go. Alright, so let's unlink here. Switch over to the lander. Okay, this has got a ton of fuel, so let's do an F5. Oh, and I have to enable all of the... toggle the torque is on. Alright. Do another F5. See if I can do this. Now this doesn't have any RCS, so I'm just gonna need to lean. Oh, you know what? Let's go higher. Alright, too far, too far, too far, too far. Oh well. Then we want to go this way. Hey, what's up, Super? Super Exio. Exo? Or is that a Z? It's like, you know, X-Acto knife. Zacto. I'm trying to fix something. Alright, this should work. Alright. Alright, cool. In Portuguese... Oh, okay. Well, I hate to say it. I'm an idiot. I did not know. What do I want to do? I want to go back this way again. Come on, a little more. A little more. Just get slightly better lined up. Slightly. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and land it. We're trying to get our, the base all integrated. Argy was nice enough to remind me I have to do maintenance on something for it to request a resource that's within scavenging range. Did not know that. Or I forgot, actually. Alright, Jeb, so... Oh, thanks, super. Let's turn that off. Turn off, thank you. Yeah, we just yesterday we got all the stuff in place, and this is just kind of the precursor of the base. And then let's go find our Kerbal. Should have one on the there he is, and he's in the wrong spot. And we are now manufacturing some polymers, something and something and something else. Alright, so Jeb, what is the order of connection? I connect this flex tube to here or vice versa? Do I go from logistics to lander or lander to logistics? First lander to logistics. All right. So we are going to link. Go on. All right. Switch to the tracking station. I'm going to do a save here, though. Then we'll go to the tracking station. Oh, my shoulder just all of a sudden popped. Weird. It's all this monkey wrenching I've been doing here. So like I said, we ran into an issue to where I couldn't disassemble a part. It has something to do with root and some weird hierarchy sort of thing. So let's switch back to him. Unlink at logistics. All right. Now the flex tube should be the root, and then, drumroll please, I should be able to disassemble the docking clamp thing. The docking port. Yes? Alright, switch back to engineer. Unlink at logistics. Alright. And then press H to detach. Press H? Really? I'm gonna jump the gun here. I'm gonna see if I can hang on. You can only okay, so I have to do okay, then press H and detach. Alright, so do that. Didn't even know that was an option. Why can't I detach it? Too far. Do I have to... You know, working. Well, you said it might not work. Oh well. You know what? Right, H on the logistics. Too far. Whoa. I'm gonna do an F5. Ha 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 ha! That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so first of all, wait. It just fell off. This poor Kerbal, all he's got is this little tiny, hey dudes, what are you guys doing to me? Alright, so let's take this out. Put it over here. Wow. Quite the adventure. Not really, but still, cool. Disassemble that, yay! Alright. Then we can put this, hello. No, I know. Don't you beep at me. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Of course, I get it on crooked. There we go. Better. Dude, move. There. Alright. It's not perfect. It's closer. And I don't have a stupid docking port there. Alright. Did you change KS settings to be able to make things at a distance? At a distance? No? Now you can say I'm kind of squirrely. I have things different distance all the time. You can, there is a certain range. You can't go out of a certain range. But no. And this, and technically, this is MKS, and it uses. He does his own code. He uses a little bit of Kerbal attachment, so it's kind of KS, but not really. All right, so let's go over. I change it so I don't have to move around every time. Raised. Oh, I got you. That. No, I. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that. I would like the base back again. Base, 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 please. No base. There we go. All right, so we're still making stuff, right? Yes, we are. Okay, go away. So this refinery is making our first refined material of metals, polymers, and chemicals, which should be filling up nicely right there. And then with those, we would then, let me go back to resources. We make material kits, which we have plenty of, but I need material kits and specialized parts to make machinery with material kits. So cool. So now, to make material kits, that comes from an assembly plant, is that correct? Hang on, I'm on the website, that's why it's, so I want to do functions, manufacturing, and then I want to do material kits. Material kits come from an assembly plant, so to make material kits I need an assembly plant. So is what I'm going to do is we're going to put the, oh, you know what? And I got rid of that hub. Oh well. I can always fly out another one. So I'm going to land another hub here. That way I have staggered airlocks. Land another hub, and then the, what did I say, the assembly plant? Yeah, assembly plant. So I'm going to move my lander back over here, put that connected, because the only habitation this whole facility has is from the lander, and it's bare minimum. And also I need to check their supplies. So we're going to leave all this here. Quite a mess. So let's go to the lander. There we go. Oh, we don't have that much fuel left, but we should have enough to get this back to where we want to go. Do that. Do that. Do that. Alright, I want to get up about 15 meters. Alright, let's wrong way. So, a minor setback, but thanks to chat, Jeb, thank you very much, we were able to use a Kerbal attachment to change the route and get some stuff the way I wanted it. Because, you know, everyone that plays Kerbal has a little bit of OCD. A little bit. So I just want to get this a little bit lined up there. Good. And then let's land it. Is that going to smack it? Can't tell. Alright, that's fine. Can I not use the ship's reaction wheels to... Really? That's unfortunate. Hang on. Just want it was wonky. I don't want it to be wonky. We all know what wonky means. A little more. Alright, stay right there. And then land. Alright, cool. Alright, F5. Symmetry obsession is not OCD. I like that. I'm obsessed with symmetry. People are going to say, oh, it's just OCD. It's a fancy word for OCD. No, it's not. It's very Kerbal related. It's not a disease. It's trying to be perfect. Right. You got OCD. No, I don't. Whoa. Alright, so we just connect this back up. To that one. Andy, it can be that we didn't even change the route successfully and that the KSH key detach function... Oh, yeah, we can actually try that last time if I come across the same situation. Say I use docking ports because that way I can undock it. And because I can't put a... See, in the editor, you can't put a flex tube and connect something to it. It becomes a dead end. So I wanted to put a docking port, something I could drop off, you know, get rid of later. Alright, so I think this guy can go back aboard the ship. I think. Oh. Alright, so let's make sure that this habitation... Oh! Okay, habitation is on. How are we doing out here then? They have 71 days of supplies. I'm going to actually deploy this. I know it doesn't sit flat, and then I'm going to turn it on. Because we have more than enough power out here. We still have 71 days. Okay, good. So, we successfully have a base functionality going on here. Just for care's sake, I advise to turn no crash damage while working. Oh, I've only had that happen once, but that's really good advice. All right, so what do we got here? So we have our refinery, we have our PDU, which isn't helping this, but these things, well, it was helping this, but it helps this when it was disconnected, and then we have our logistics module. So the next thing we're going to fly out is another hub, and we'll plop it here. Yeah. It is a pity that there's no fashion for the surface changes when the mechanism is smooth plants. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be straight, but there's always ways around that, because like I said, in Rover Dude, he's got a forklift, and if it's beefy enough, I could come out here and detach this, use a forklift, lift it up, put it in the right spot, drop it, and reconnect it if I really wanted to go that far. But still, I think it gives a little bit of character. A little bit. Alright, so, let's, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. No one go anywhere? I'll be right back. I'm gonna do F5. Oops. Alright, well, I didn't really need that. I hope that just is what it is. The probe core that was on our refinery here has gone sailing. Where's that? There it is. Is it going to come down and smack? Where's that? There it is. Incoming! Safe. Alright, so let's try not to do that again, shall we? I had the biggest thumbs. They hit the spacebar every single time. Alright, so I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I am back. How did you finally get machinery into the module? Well, that's because Argy was kind enough to remind me that... So before 1.2 of MKS, you didn't have to have machinery. You could actually make it and so forth. But for some reason, there's this weird circle of life going on. So I have machinery sitting out here. And what you have to do is get an engineer come out here to perform maintenance. And the moment you do maintenance, it says, oh, look, there's machinery, and chink, starts coming in. So is what we want to do is we want to fly out. I wonder if I could put it on. Be a really heavy rocket. I am considering trading TAC life support for Rover Dude. If you use Rover Dude's stuff, you might as well use Rover Dude's life support. That's how I look at it. Because I was using TAC life support because I just wanted to get a taste of what it's like to fly around with life support. I go, okay, this ain't so bad because you need food. And if you want to enhance it, you do some habitation. And there's more perks to it like that. More, things. All right, so let's go ahead and fly out another one of these things. I like this. I like spacing between my mechanisms with a hub and and this time I'm going to put a ladder on it. I don't have to. So let's go back to the Space Center, and I should already have a rocket ready to go. You have a defunct base with that machinery problem. That should fix it. Just get an engineer, go over, right mouse click, and say perform maintenance, and it should be working. You can thank Argy. He was the one that reminded me. By the way, that's not how you say his name. I pronounce his name wrong every single time. Alright, so I'm going to check inside my game folder. So I'm going to go to saves, this save, ships, VAB, and I should have something that's called hubbub. One base hubs with airlocks. That's it. You've gotten used to it? Well, be like you calling me, Clarence or something. That's not how you pronounce it. It's A-N-D-Y. Clarence. I don't know where I got that from. Now, I think this actually has 2 hubs. I guess I could I can leave it in orbit. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I know I'm talking through my nose here, so let's go down to Munbase. Munbase. What am I looking for? Hubs. Alright. I've taken that alone out. Hydrates, Hab. Where's the hubs? Oh, Mun base. I have to go base. Mun base. Hubs with airlocks. That's it. So this should have 2 hubs, and then we just need one. We'll leave it in orbit, and if I need it again, so I already owe. I'm up to 10 million, so that's 12, 13, 14, 15 million. I'm going to be able to pay this back, no problem, really. Oh, I didn't have any Kerbals hop on board, did they? So setting up a base is very expensive. But, okay, Argy, have a good one. Thanks a lot again for helping out. Appreciate it. But how I'm going to get money back, not only from doing contracts, but I've been told, and I did it prior, you take that enriched uranium, you put it in a container, bring it back to Kerbin, and I have a Kerbal. You bring that back and recover it, and you get the value of that ore because you're recovering it. So it's just like you're delivering the stuff. That's pretty cool. All right. Are you hanging out in the multi-hub? Weird. And I was kind of thinking about this, that once I get this set up on the reason why this has been so expensive is trying to get off the gravity, trying to break through the gravity trying to lift a rocket, multiple rockets from Kerbin to the Mun. And also taking a lot of raw materials ahead of time like machinery. But now that I have a base getting there and I'm making these things, why not do rocket launches from the Mun, so that way you don't have to have that initial 3400 Delta V, so you can save a little bit, and then you can take the resources that you're mining and cultivating, and instead of buying it and sending it out, just make it and send it out. So there's a twofold way of saving there, I think. Alright, here we go. So again, all we have here is a couple multi-hubs. Only need one. So we're gonna leave the rest of we're gonna leave it floating up there, and if we need it, we'll land it later. Alright, let's get rid of this. And also, can I get in here? No? Fine. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Trying to get rid of the nose cone. It's too late. Maybe. If it drifts off enough. Good. Oh, that's bad. We're gonna smack into it. Maybe not. Might get lucky. I don't know why I do this every single time. 1360, we got 1596. Whoa, that was cold. It was close too. See you later, nose cone. You served me well. So let's make sure we have auto strut going on here. We do. I felt a bounce. Alright. I felt a bounce. I saw a bounce. A bouncy bounce. Alright, so we're in orbit, yay. And we have 235 delta V left. We're going to get rid of this extra weight. And let's get to the mun. I think these multi-hubs also, yeah, they have some flex tubes in it too. A little bit of inventory. Now I kind of miss that in the old MKS. The installations had huge inventory, so you could store a lot of stuff in them and deliver. So not so much anymore. Ooh, I have Cheez-Its right here. Cheez-It, little snack. Sorry. Hey, what's up, Waffle? Waffly? Alright. That's why I'm losing my electrical charge. Forgot to turn on the fuel cells. Alright, let's get our trajectory all lined up for the mun. Close enough. Also, under the old MKS, all the larger buildings, larger structures, all had airlocks or doors or hatches. Now, if you get a Kerbal in there and you detach it, he's stuck, or her. It's not cool. Not cool, Rover dude. Not cool. Alright, here comes our burn. It's going to take our current trajectory and put it right about here. About. Not exactly. About. Alright. Then we're going to get our orbit around the Mun. And we're going to detach the one hub. We're going to leave the other one plus the rocket up in orbit. Then we need an assembly plant to start making material kits. Cool. Or material kits. Is that what I'm looking for? Yep. So it'll take the metal, the polymers, and the chemicals that I'm making right now, and we're going to turn those into material kits. So then we'll have a source of material kits. Cool. Then, is what I'm hoping, is once I have a nice supply of material kits, we're going to try a new mod called ground construction, which I currently don't have installed because it conflicts with another mod, which actually I'm not really using, so I can swap them out. And then we're going to use ground construction to see if we can't just kind of 3D print our structures and buildings and stuff. Alright, so let's do an F5. Okay. Make sure we're on the right monitor when I do an F5. I just saw my browser refresh. Okay, so let's decouple here. I want to make sure we control from here. And we want to grab our engine, extend the engines, activate the engines. Cool. And then we want to fly over here. No, not on that thing. Not on the resource node. Crying out loud, game. Really? Fine, I'll set that as a target for now. Same song and dance. We're gonna, whoa, slow down a little bit. Do a little inclination change. We'll clean that up in a little bit. So that's going to cost 117 of the 1800 we have. Now again, to land on the Mun, you only need 600. So we've got way over budget. Now the funny thing with the sky crane, you'll notice that it's off perpendicular. If I have it here, it heats up the flex tube. If I put it here, the engines won't work because of the cradle. And if I put it here, this heats up. So I have to put it right here. It was explained to me in the forums why. I just went, okay. Whatever you say. I get it. Not really. Alright. Let's go ahead and put on some more brakes. I wonder what's in that resource hub. I'd probably have to mine it to figure out what it is. I don't, that's something new. I don't know what that is. I use TAC just for the parts. TAC life support? Well, I used TAC life support just because I wanted to see what life support was. I didn't want to have to, you know, even though it's a separate thing, I didn't want to see if there's any benefits of MKS live support, and you need MKS or something like that. I mean, they're generally the same. I think Kerbalism has a form of life support too. I think. Alright, slowing down nicely. Kerbalism, yeah, I use Kerbalism because I wanted my stuff to have minor repairs needed, and that was cool. There's another one called Dang It. A little bit more, a little bit, it works. I just like Kerbalisms a little bit more. Alright. I think we're gonna be okay. I just need to kill our velocity a little bit here. So I wonder if I can do this. Looks like it. Alright, burn time. Now. And then I'm still, after this is done, because we still have some horizontal velocity going on here. Alright, let's see here. I want to go that way. Cantip, how you doing, man? Long time, but thank you for rejoining again. Appreciate it. Alright, rendering range is kicking in. It's pretty close. Alright, so what I want to do is get this all set up. That's okay, Kanta, but it's all good. I appreciate it. I really do. Alright, so let's start descending a little bit here. Bring out our other. Do that, do that, do that. Then we're going to turn on RCS, which is already is, and we want to get that going over there. So we're 1100. We can go ahead and descend a little bit faster, I think. As for me, well, other things I've caught recently, a moon slingshot to Venus, which I set up last night. Oh, nice, nice. Those are not easy to do. I'm going to have to do some of those with, I think, Pioneer 10 and 11, do that from Joule to Elu or something like that. Some crazy thing. I'll do my best. So all I'm doing is I'm doing a slow descent. It's eating up quite a bit of fuel. We can do this for 7 more minutes. This is the base, and this is another hub, and it's what we're going. And unfortunately, one of these airlocks is going to get disassembled. I just needed it for balance, but this is going to connect to our logistics module and gives us another airlock access. Slingshots or gravity assists, they're twitchy. Literally, they are twitchy. Alright, so we actually are almost going the right way. Let's turn that back on. We want to put it right about there. 300 meters off the crown. With crown? I'm on a crown ground. But you managed to get it. Nice. Very cool. Alright, so we're descending at 8 meters per second. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. And then adjust. Very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and kill our horizontal speed. Let's go ahead and level out. And we want to get like this. I don't think it matters. And again, we're going to use RCS to kind of scoot this around. Look at my radiator panels heating up over there. Alright, so now I'm going to purposely kind of put this off. Oops, wrong way. Alright, let's go ahead and land this right here. Oops. Alright, turn those both off. Turn that off. Venus is not helping. Never does. Alright, so we're going to purposely have a big kink here. Alright, so I need a... I need my base. Eventually is what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie all these things together. This is eventually... Oh, I'll tie these... So there'll be... Yeah, I'll tie it all together. There we go. Let's get a engineer out. Let's get him over here. Is this? Yeah, it is. MKS, UKS, yes. Yeah, I just want to set up a self-sustaining, and the only way I know is MKS to do it. UKS. Alright, so what we're going to do is go over here, open up this inventory, grab a flex tube, get our tool out, then we're going to do this, that, alright, cool. Like I said, that's going to have a kink in it on purpose. That's fine. Again, it gives it character. So now, if I switch back to the base... There we go. And then I go lights off. Lights on. Yay, all the flex tubes are on now. Cool. Let's go get our Kerbal. Put him back. You know, I'm going to put him right here in the airlock. Because I think is what we're going to do is we're going to do the assembly plant here. And then that other hub that's on and out there, we're going to connect it here and put the... Because we're going to need another one of these refineries. And then off of this, we'll do another one of these. And then I am going to come in here and straighten this out because it is kind of driving me a little crazy. A little batty. A little Looney Tune. Actually, I guess I could put him in this airlock. Alright, and you can't reach it, can you? Nope. Now you can. There we go. Alright, let's do an F5. Now once again we need an assembly plant. So let's go back to the Space Center. And maybe this might be the second to the last rocket, because we're going to have to fly a rocket out that's going to have some of those ground construction stuff, the do-it-yourself kits. Can you shoot him your space station? Super. Do a points command and see how much you got. Do asterisk shift 1 points. See how many points you have. Actually, I'll tell you how many hours you have. Because if you have more than 30 hours, then you can post links. That's one of the privileges from hanging out for so long. Alright, so we want to go down to manufacturing, and we're looking for an assembly plant. Oh, you just type in exclamation point and then the word points. And then it'll tell you. So, see, I have 6,092 hours. If you have more than 30 hours, then you can... You have 9 hours. Alright. There you go. Who was that? Device PT. Device point. Device port. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Need an S at the end of it. Alright, so let's flip this over. And we want to set this up to do material kits, material kits, material kits. Sweet. What else can it do? So we can switch this to colony supply. Ooh, specialized parts. I think I will. So this is going to call Mun Base. What's it called? Assemb plant. There you go. Okay, so here we are again. So we're going to go in here and we're going to grab one of these cradles. That one's too small. Okay. Then we put a docking port right there, and I put a docking port because I don't know, I might dock something to it later. I doubt it, but still. Then we put a probe core, and then we put an antenna. Alright, cool. Wasn't the TV series called Moonbase Alpha? And wasn't the TV series called Moonbase Alpha and not Moonbase Assembly Plant? It was actually called Space 1999. That was the name of the series. And yes, the name of their base was called Moonbase Alpha. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do this? I don't think so. I'm going to do one specialized part and the rest material kits. Because again with... Oops. Oops. Okay, I can always change it if that doesn't work out. Alright. We just got to land it, right? So let's go grab decouplers. Huh, weird. How much does this thing weigh? Alright. Alright, what do I want to do here? Rash wheel, battery, Sure, why not? Reaction wheel. And then a battery. And then we'll go for a fuel tank. And I don't know where I want it. There. And then the thuds have been working out pretty well, so I don't want to change that up. Oh wait. All right, so now let's whoa, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Alright, then let's do our landing things. Andy, damn, you're right. But at least the German title was Moon Bay. Oh, was it really? Moon Bay. Oh, interesting. Alright, so let's in fact, hold that thought, and I'll probably get an I'll probably get a copyright violation, but hang on one sec. Hang on. Hang on. Oops. Beer. Oh, that was weird. Didn't know I could do that. Yeah, it is. I really enjoyed the series. My favorite episode is when they came across another moon. So, anyways. Back to the same old music I usually play. Alright, there we go. Alright, so how's our center of mass here? I didn't even check that. Oh, it's spot on. Cool. And now we weigh almost 60 tons. Alright. I probably don't need this much fuel. No, I don't need this much fuel. So, let's see if we can make this lighter. Let's change this back to Mun. Let's reduce this to 800 and see where it gets us. Okay. 810. $1,800. Okay, good. That's still more than enough. And now we're down to 40 tons. So we dropped 20 tons. Cool. Alright. Save it. Alright, let's go, let's put a rocket behind this. So what I'm hoping with what I have at the, and I'm actually calling it the MUN Fabrication Base, or the MFB. And I'm hoping that with this is the bare minimum, and it probably don't need a PDU. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What are the exact structures? What are the exact components I need for Duna? Because when we get there, I don't think I'm going to have the luxury of, you know, flight after flight after flight because I forgot so much stuff. So we're going to have to send out some unmanned rovers to their drill sites, plop those down, and then the crew will get out there. But before we do that, we have to be able to have at least the one refinery, the one assembly plant, the logistics. Well, we have touchscreens at least. What are you talking about? Oh, wait. It's strange to see old TV shows, movies described the future, Space 99, Back in the Future, Space Odyssey 2001, 2010, The Year We Make Contact. That was... The Year We Make Contact was just called Contact, wasn't it? Oh, no, 2010, the year... Yeah. And every date is already history to us. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, isn't it? However, the original Star Trek... From Star Trek, even Next Generation, the devices that Gene Roddenberry and his writers came up with are coming to light, you know? Communicators, remember? It's our cell phones. Anyways. So this should be fun, trying to figure out, once we get this working, and we test out the mod ground construction, I'm hoping it works. I want to go to SPH. Yeah, we have touchscreens, yeah, we do. MUN... Base. MUN base. No, I don't need that. No. What'd I call it? MUN base? Oh, I don't even know what I called it. Doggone it, Andy. I got distracted. I need to go to the SPH. MUN base assembly. MUN base. Oh, I was almost there. There it is. Cool. Alright, then is what we need to do is change this to Kerbin. Put this over here for a sec. We need a decoupler. And then we're going to go with the reaction wheel. Structural doohickey piece. I wonder if any really anticipated or what is that word? Ambiguous? Ambiguous. That's a big word. And the way we use smartphones, like you see phone-sized gadgets, sci-fi. Oh, and yeah. I don't know, it's kind of weird, you know? It's like a game developer make something. Yeah, you can't spell it and have me do it, but I get the word. Game developers make something, right? And then it goes out and people start playing it, and all of a sudden they come up with like slang for something, and it happens all the time. And so the community or the players, which is the community, start calling it this, and now the developers got to curb and go, okay, we got to call that this now because that's what everyone else calls it. So, yeah. Oh, structural piece, right? Okay, and nose cone. Okay, I want to make sure that's strutted. Oops, no, not that one. Can I have that one? Thank you. Get that there. Okay. And for the flight out, we're going to put, not utility, not there. Battery, please. Thank you. There we go. Put 2 of those. Okay, so that's the nose cone. So now the stage we need to get us from Kerbin to MUN. 1500 Delta V is what we need. So first things first, we do need the decoupler again. And then we'll go another reaction wheel. And then we'll go fairing. And we're going to turn those off. And make sure that's strutted. And then we're going to sneak that up in there. And then we're going to build our fairing. Oops. Alright, let's build it this way so we can see what we're doing here. There we go. Come on. More. Don't stall. Editor. Alright, cool. Alright, let's save this. And I believe we can just go with a medium tank. And Rhino. That's our 1500. Should be Kerbin. Cool. Alright, then let's go ahead and set it to atmospheric. And then once again, make sure this is strutted. And then we're going to go like so. And reaction wheel. And then we'll go with one large tank as I get to the tanks. Then we'll do a mammoth. And of course that's not enough delta V to do what we want to do, so we're just going to make a copy of that. And then we're going to, what am I looking for? Decouplers, there we go. And so what I'm going to do is actually grab a medium. So the problem is I can't, let's see how far I can get this. Let's see here. Because I have a shroud there, so, oops. Alright, it's close enough. Alright, let's attach the fuel lines. That's ugly. Let's do that better. Yeah, it's better. Alright, good. A little better anyways. So what I need to do is drag you to there, drag this up to there, and we're coming up a little bit short, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to borrow it from that stage. Yes, we are. In fact, we got a very high, well, is what I could do. There we go. That'll work. Then let's adjust this. Alright, right. So, let's go ahead and get a little assistance here with some control, some controllable torque. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do nose cone. It's going to get in the way. Well, that's sad. Maybe. No, it will. I think it's going to get in the way. So, is there another nose cone I can use? Oh, wait. Okay, maybe I'll get away with this. I got away with it. All right. Let's make sure that's strutted. Those are strutted. All right, now we just need some launch clamps and we'll be able to get the assembly plant on its way. So what am I looking for here? Clamps. No, no, no. There. All right. Oh, I want to also put some Separatrons. Come on. Alright, so that's not gonna work. Editor's freaking out. Whoa! Okay, that's not what I wanted at all. Weird. Where'd all my engines go? Alright, let me save this. The staging got all botchy. So we're looking for Mun Base Sem Plant. Jeez. Min miss. Mun base. There it is. Let's reload this in. Oh wow. Well, I don't know where those engines. Okay, there's those two. Oh, they're right there. Okay. So let's do this. Weird. Okay, that's actually fine. Let's see if we can't just drag these up here and get rid of that stage so it doesn't have any sort of issues. Oh, no, that's fine. Alright, so engines, clamps. Alright, cool, and that should be those guys. Alright, so Separatrons. It's time for some Sepratrons. Something like that. So we want to put, oops. Want to go that way, that way, that way, and then flip that way, that way, and then right there. All right, so then we take we do a couple things. We put these into their own stage, then we grab these, put them down here, and then we grab this and put it right there. Alright, so we fire off our engines, yay, and we get rid of the clamps, yay, and then we separate, yay, and we're just like 100 delta V shy. That's okay, we can borrow 100. Save it, make sure we got no crew stowing away. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Okay, and what I want to do is, whoa, I forgot the probe core. That was tragic. That would have been dumb. Alright, let's reassign route. And it looks like we are good. Make sure no Kerbals. Right, alright. Take off! Ah, good iced tea. Dun 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 dun. CTP, how are you doing? Hello, gamer. I just got here. Do you have power since it's a non-main mission? Do I have power? Do I have power? You mean electrical charge? Sure. Yeah, I've got, as soon as I get rid of this. So the mammoths generate electrical charge. And then once I get to 40, I get rid of the shroud, and I have my what do you call it? I got the solar panels, and the refinery has a ton of electrical charge. See, it's got 1,000. Should be fine. All right, so we're out of here. I mean, 1,000 electrical charge, because I'll be using the Rhino to slow this down. Each time the Rhino fires off, it'll recharge the batteries too. So, and we got batteries inside the lander too. So, and this is going to be connected to the base. So, yeah. Oh, rocket looks awesome. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. So this assembly plant is set up to make material kits and specialized parts. If we don't make enough material kits to keep things going, then I'll switch out the one special, what's it called? Specialized parts for material kits. How are we doing on timetable here? 10 days for a course correction for Veneria 7. And this is going to be an Eve lander, too. It's a lander with an orbiter. Alright. Coming up on stage separation here. Oh. Okay. That's fine. That was the shroud smacked into that. That's cool. Wow, that was close. Thought we were gonna go up there with like 1 meters per second of delta V, but nope. What I could do is do the probe core. Where's that? To hibernate there. Alright, there goes our solar panels. That's all we need to keep this thing charged. Alright, gonna get circularized here. Looks like we're gonna have enough fuel to do it. I thought we were gonna come up short. We're not. Alright, let's go ahead and get an F5 in here. Hey, how you doing, folk? We are sending an assembly plant out to the MUN that's going to help make material kits and specialized parts. You know what I'm going to do here? Let's abort this. Alright. We are carrying 50 meters per, and I didn't want to carry all that weight around. colonizing the Mun. We have a pretty good, well, we have all the drill sites getting all the resources we need. And right now is what I'm doing is, my first objective is, if I'm going to have Kerbals on this planet, they're going to need supplies. And I said, the first thing I want to make is supplies. But then someone said, actually, you should probably try to, build your infrastructure so you can do that towards the end, because you can always drop them supplies. I go, that's true. Because what I understand, making water takes a lot of time. I said, all right. So what we're doing is we're trying to set up fairly the bare minimum to get the infrastructure online, and then use another mod called ground construction that would do the 3D printing of other structures and components that I would need. If it doesn't work, then we just have to send rockets after rockets. But yep, I got a lot of drill sites. We have a base. It is making it's making 3 components out of raw materials, so we got that working. All right. So we're on our way to the Mun. Yay, Mun. Okay, let's get this in orbit. Is that question mark the resource node? It is. That's weird. All right, 87, way too high. Let's go. Which supply mods are you using? I'm using all of the rover dudes. So the colonization is with the MKS, UKS, however you want, which one you want to use, and then I use his life support. That way I don't have any sort of weird integration, patches that do weird things. The ground construction uses material kits. It used to use metals, but him and Rover Dude got together and say, we'll do it with material kits. So I have material kits. I got them from doing a lot of disassembling, and this structure here is going to take what I'm making. So right now, if I bring up my resources here, so we're actually collecting every single one of these raw materials, and right now we're taking the substrate, the metallic ore, and the minerals, and we're actually making polymers, metals, and chemicals. Then this assembly plant is going to take these 3 things and make the material kits. Hopefully. That's the plan. Alright. So that'll set us up our orbit. Oh, that felt good. Doot, doot. Alright, here comes the Mun. Electrical charge is good. So this is going to eat up 261 of our 773. Getting enough delta V, so it is. It really is. It's a challenge. Alright. Here comes our orbit burn around the Mun. Do you know any good multiplayer servers which could do collabs and stuff? I'm sick of playing on my own. I don't. Alright, I really don't. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go here. And then we are there, so about halfway we want to... Come on, game. There we go. We're going to do our deorbit and our changing of the inclination. I've only known 2 people that did the multiplayer. That's the Dark DMT or whatever it's called, something like that. Alright. It's going to cost 130 of our 512. Oh, sorry about that, my bad. Alright, so we got 381. Let's try to do the best we can. Okay, 380. Let's do an F5. Then we're gonna have to switch the lander, and don't forget the lander's got less fuel. We actually got half tanks this time. Oh, that was scary. Okay, you guys please are. Oh, well, all right. Gimbal limit of 24. All right, whatever. Hey, Garen, how you doing? I played Keeps for so long, but lost the fun. Yeah, I get you. You love watching it. I get a big kick out of watching it. So that's our target there. Not that node. All right, so here comes our big slowdown burn. Alright. Okay, as we're floating out here like this, we are then going to say control from here. Do an F5. And set up another node right about here, I think. Whoa, too much. This is going to cost 164. We should be fine. Alright, so while we're doing that, I want to get our stabilizers out. Alright, well, can't do it now. Warping. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, let's need to slow down even more. Alright. Cool. So we have 1400 delta V. Whoa, why does it say only 42 minutes? Alright, that's fine. So we're 10,000 up. How come we're pointed weird? Oh, alright, so let's warp to here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I totally messed this up. Somehow, I overcooked and didn't realize it. And I got turned around. I didn't notice that the trajectory flopped. Alright. Make sure we're control from here. And we're going to do another burn right about here. Sorry about that, guys. Why did that switch on me like that? I didn't notice it did that. Alright. That should be okay. Alright, F5 it. We're gonna do another burn to slow down here. We're not really going that fast, but we're gonna get here and try to reduce a little bit of our speed. It's gonna cost 41. We still have 18 or 1688. Alright. Burn. There we go. So we still have some horizontal velocity going on here, so as soon as this is done, I'm going to point retro and I want to burn off as much as this horizontal speed as I can. Alright. I got most of it. Alright, we're going to enable RCS. Yeah, I overcooked it, yeah. Rendering range. That looks okay. All right, let's go ahead and do an F5. Very cool. All right. Then, let's see here, let's start descending. 500 meters off the ground. Whoa. Scared me. So I'm going to want to put this over here. Oh, no, no. I want to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and slow down a little bit. Okay. What? Why are you doing that? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, with the hiccups, I don't need the hiccups. What the heck? Okay, I don't know. I could have saved that, but every key I hit did nothing. Somehow the probe core got... I don't know. Maybe I was hitting roll and it wasn't doing anything. That's unfortunate. 10 out of 10? Sweet. Alright. Okay, I can deal... I really don't need these... Alright, let's just land it. And then we'll bunny hop it over. Micro stutters, go away. Alright, so let's do this. I'll take care of the... There we go. You guys go away for right now. Please, thank you. Why with the micro stutters again? Alright. Alright, yay! That was weird. Alright, so... Wow. Let's make sure we're controlling from here. And I need to put this on the other side over there. Every single time I click, I get a micro stutter. Alright, let's just get you... Shouldn't be teetering like that. Okay, why doesn't this stuff stay balanced? Alright, so let's do this. Get the other tool. Come on, come on, come on! I pressed the button. Thank you. I'm getting annoyed here slightly. Alright. Alright, let's level off. See if... Come on. Alright, come on. Alright, so now let's just, every single time I hit a key, it stutters. So we got plenty of fuel, plenty of time. But man, that was annoying. Every single time I pressed a key or right mouse clicked on something, we had a stutter. Would you fly as hitchhiker again? Looks like the autopilot. Yeah, something derped. It was weird. I mean, for some reason, it seems like there's some sort of weird center of mass issue here. All right, so what I need to do is slow that down. Slow that down. See, look at that. Right mouse click, stud. Plenty of time. Another micro stutter there. Alright, let's take it down. I don't need the stutters. Whoa. Alright, a little soft drop there. Alright, so let's turn all this noise off. Let's get these tools off. Alright, and we'll do an F5. Wow, that was painful. Painful to watch. So what we're going to do is use RCS to move this. I think, since I've been running almost 4 hours, okay, I don't need that, I think KSP is getting ready to crash or something. Alright, let's F5 that there. Alright, so unfortunately my time is up for the day, and we're going to connect this tomorrow. We're going to start making some stuff. I'm going to start bringing other stuff to the base, hopefully in a new way of doing it, and not the conventional way I've been doing it. So let me go see who I'm following here that I can give a host to. Some fellow rocket jockeys, other people playing KSP perhaps. Yeah, there's Rocket PC Gaming, fellow rocket jockey. So let's go check him out. He's doing his Galileo project. So let me give you guys. It's looking good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yep, it'll be tomorrow. So let's do a friendly gamer circle visit right over there. All right. Click on that link. Go give him a follow if you're not already following him. Let him know I sent you. I would appreciate it. I'm going to go over there and check in with him real quick. And then I'm going to go fix some lunch. I'm hungry. So, again, thanks a lot for everyone that came out. All the new follows, all the interactions. Argy, if you're still out there. Again, no, I think you left. Jeb, again, thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. Oops, that's not how you spell host. Let's see you guys tomorrow. Bear, bear, bear.